Ah, there we go. Now we got sound. Sorry, that was probably a little loud. I hope that's better. Might be. Let me. Here. How's that? Is that working now, Pinner? Tell me it is. Tell me it works again. It's been an adventure trying to get this stuff going tonight. I had a Windows update. 2 of them, in fact. How does it sound now, Pinner? Do tell. Do tell. Can you hear me okay? I hope so. Anyway, as I was saying, when I had no sound, I started a new job. So it's been a minute since I've been able to stream. Getting used to the schedule was quite the adjustment. And then I got sick. Still no sound? Really? Because I'm showing sound on my side. Like, it's registering on my side that there's sound. It says it's working. I must see for myself. I don't understand. I have music. I'm working on it. Give me 1 sec, Pinner. No, I didn't want to do that. Come back. Ah, there is sound. Okay. I was panicking. It literally, I have had trouble with every app. First, I couldn't get VC Face to work. Then no sound. Then Logitech wanted to update. And my avatar's got an apparent neck problem. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I've missed you guys. I've missed building. My desk has been sitting just like this for many weeks now. I should zoom out a little bit. Is that a little better? Anyway, tonight we're going to take apart the bear. And put him on sticks to paint him. I have my trusty little foam thing. It's a little small, but it works. I actually have another one somewhere. There's a cardboard one I made too. But yeah, we're going to finally paint this little guy, starting with primer. But before we get there, so I don't know if you guys heard, but apparently Sweet Child of Mine is now the ending theme song for Gundam Hathaway 2. I thought about making another guitar for the SD Kasai and the little slash top hat. It's probably ambitious and won't happen, but it made me chuckle. How are you tonight, Pinner? I hope you're well. Thank you for letting me know there was no sound. I would have been sitting here talking to myself for hours, and nobody would have heard me. So, without further ado, let's just get started on this little guy. I'm actually really kind of excited to paint this color. I don't know if I'm going to get it to translate well to a candy color, but we're going to try. And I still kind of want to get a striker pack. I think having the striker pack for this would be great. Oh no. I believe it's the HG Ale Striker pack fits it. Not 100% about that. Might be one of the other striker packs. If I do, it'll be a separate project all together. I think we're going to paint this together. Although I put that on backwards. That goes this way. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's a much better fit. Yeah, we'll paint that as one part together. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well. I don't know if I should take the poly parts off or not. I think I'll just use to hold the sticks. I don't know that it's worth taking them apart. Anybody have any recommendations on that one? Like, should I actually remove the poly parts? I'm not real sure. All right. So we'll start here with the little stuff and just work our way backwards. We're going to use sponges for this guy. And really, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it and we're going to add the surfacer. And I probably won't do that on stream. But somewhere I have sponges. There they are. I have more sponges though. Are these paper too? Those are paper too. Well, 800's not so bad. We can do that. I'll use these two for now. I really thought I had some 1500. No, do. I'll put 1500 on the back of one of those. Actually, we'll go 12. Yeah, that works. Anyway. Well, I don't know if I'll ever get this peeled. Yay. So, yep, this is going to be the extent of this stream. A whole lot of this. But I think I'm going to primer this, and then I'm going to do a little scribing to it afterward, after I do the surfacer before I add the black. This will be the first time I've ever done a full candy paint job. tonight I'm going to try to get it all sanded and put it in the what do you call those things? Ultrasonic cleaner. Let it do its thing in there, and then hopefully get it primed, and this weekend do a little bit of scribing. I'm actually really hoping to leave this as a high gloss paint job. I usually go matte, but with this one being a candy, I think it'll be more fun to go high gloss. But high gloss shows a lot more, and I'm still kind of getting good at painting. Huh. You know, I think I am going to have to take the poly parts off. It's just not going to work with those on. I can't get in there with the sandpaper. We're going to need a box. Coming back with the box. So how has everybody been? That's better. Yeah, I'd never gone into this corner with the poly part. Well, there's one. Can you guys hear the sandpaper in the microphone? I mean, I know you can when I hold it up to the microphone, but... I don't even know if I'll finish the bear tonight. Might have to continue this tomorrow as well. Although there's a part of me that thinks he's going to go pretty quick once I really start getting into it. I actually started with the backpack here because it's kind of the most detailed part other than the guitar. I was actually trying to think of a good guitar theme to paint the guitar. Ah, hello, Wolfpack. We are back. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I have been tuning into some of your Bear Newies. In Bear Newies? I'm not sure I'm reading that right. But yes, I'm glad I'm back. It's been a very fast-paced 2 weeks for me, and then I got sick. I have been tuning into some of your gaming streams, though. They're quite enjoyable. I noticed you started playing GBO, too. What do you think of it? I enjoy it. On occasion, Pinner will play it with me, in fact. And are you playing on the PC or the PS5? I had a sudden drop. Am I still streaming? Did I lose signal? Tell me I didn't lose signal. I need no more technical problems today. Technical, I need to learn the techniques. Oh, dude. You know what? So, are you playing? I'm in PlayStation at the moment. If you want, send a friend invite to my PlayStation profile. It is, I don't know if I should say this on stream, but I might as well. It's DM-48, all lowercase. It's the most clever PlayStation handle you could have. It's not really. It's kind of a long story, but I'm not going to change it because I have an old account, and my GBO2 account's kind of whale status. No sand in phone. You mean don't sand in the phone or do sand in the phone, Pinner? Has my stream turned into ASMR? I think the only thing I could do then is maybe I'll raise the microphone. Yeah, sure. I can do that, Mr. Wolfpack. I will absolutely type it. It's not very clever. When I created that, I had no intention of ever playing gay video games online. That's how old that account is. Pinner, did that help raising the microphone so that I'm not sanding in the phone? But yeah, send me an invite, Wolfpack. I was actually, so with this new job, like, it's hard for me to stream when I get home, you know, a build stream, and still find time to get my dailies. So I was very much thinking about adding a game stream, maybe during the week, where I just get on and get my dailies. I don't know if anybody would want to partake in that. Or maybe even join me. I notice you're usually streaming it around the same time. In fact, there's been a few times I've watched your stream while I'm playing on the other end. I was heavy on Red Dead Redemption 2, but the gang is long gone now, so Gundam is the path. That's actually a great game also. I believe Pinner actually enjoyed a lot of that game. I could be wrong. I might be thinking differently. Boy, I hope this takes primer well. I have feelings for that game. See, I knew Pinner had feelings for that game. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Oh no, let me fix. I've lost build cam. Stupid battery. Hopefully this doesn't crash the stream. Sometimes it does. I think it causes a weird power spike. Man, it feels good to stream again. Like, I don't know what kind of weird cold I got, but it was terrible. All right, let me get this back on. Yes, we want to give you permission. There we go. Is that better, guys? Sorry about that. I'm an amateur on a good day. I feel like I lost something. We had a gang of 50 people at one point, everyone online. That does sound fun. We actually do play with Pinner quite a bit. We tend to play some Helldivers and occasionally a little bit of Battlefield. Sometimes he'll play Gundam with me, but he just thinks Bandai needs to make a new game. I can't say that he's wrong. But yeah, we should definitely get together. I would love to have some more play buddies, especially in that game. So Wolfpack agrees. Maybe I should add a game stream. So I'm just curious, Wolf. When you do your streams, are you streaming with the PC or just direct from your PlayStation? Because I could do it from the PlayStation, but if I wanted to add my avatar and chat and all that, I'd have to remote play my PlayStation from my PC. And then I think even add an HDMI and a capture card to reduce the lag. I think that's how all that works. Pinner, is the sanding sound better? I don't know if I should like be sanding all these facets out of this or if it's supposed to add to the ribbon effect. Like, I'm going smooth, but maybe I shouldn't be. You're going direct from PlayStation. Yes, me too, Wolf. Me too. I am a total noob working with what I got as well. I do too. It's I very much enjoy it. In fact, I enjoy editing more than anything. And in fact, I was working on a couple new title screens and things earlier. My short stories is my passion at the moment. Yes, and they're not bad. When you say short stories, though, are you meaning like your video shorts, or do you write? It's really kind of fun prepping something for paint. I haven't painted anything since, I don't know, since I finished the shields on the Dynamiz, really. And I am super excited to actually put my mask on and an airbrush in my hand. This feels good. I missed it. The video shorts, yes, you're a lot better at that than I am. I should do so much more to clip. I think it was you a while back that actually suggested that I do more shorts. And strangely, I actually have made a couple, taking classic Gundam art and making it come to life. I'll have to check a few more of those out. Maybe I've missed one or two then. I've been watching your gaming stuff. Maybe I need to peruse around your channel a little more. Which I actually really enjoy your game streams, dude. Like, there was one about a week ago that I wasn't feeling good, man, and that was like just nice and chill. I love Gaia Gear, Hathaway, not too far from those mechs designs. Dude, have you seen the Alley Zeus? Like, I am generally not one for the like, like mobile got so many bolt-on parts and now it starts to look like a mobile armor. But man, the Alley Zeus is kind of cool. I try uploading shorts every day. It's not easy. No, dude, it's work, man. Like, anybody that's like, oh, I want to be a content creator because life will just be easy. It's that's not the case, man. There's so much background work to this that it's not even funny. Oh, dude, always. I appreciate you coming by here. I mean, I enjoy watching what other creators do. One, I don't want to say that like I'm plagiarizing, but it gives me ideas. And two, it's just I'd rather watch that than anything else anymore. I want to buy the Alley Zeus. Yeah, me too. Me too, Wolf. It's it's a pretty bomb kit. Like I'm generally not all about that like big overgrown kit. Like, I mean, honestly, even the design of the Kasai and the Penelope are kind of a little much for me. But there's something about that Alley Zeus that just looks so menacing. I'm really curious to see how they incorporate it into the movie too. This is going to be hard to sand right here. But yeah, it's I'm on a buying freeze at the moment. Like I have such a decent backlog. I really don't need to buy any kits until I build some of these. I made an exception for the Dominator just because I've wanted one for years. But I might make an exception for the Alley Zeus. It is it looks like it's a really fun build, and it actually looks like they're stepping out of the high grade design with it a little bit and kind of like, I don't know, seems like they might have added an inner frame. Maybe it's getting closer to master grade. I like this combination with doing the 800 on the one side and the 2500 on the other. I don't know why I've never thought of this before. Yeah, I stuck 1200 to the backside of my 800 pad here. And it's actually, it does two things. It makes it easier to hold the pad. And it's an easier flip, you know. I can get the rough and then do a little fine scuff. The things you stumble upon. Are you streaming now, Wolf? I didn't even think to ask you that. I might attempt to pull you up in the magic window if you are. And by magic window, I mean another scene that I created for such things, but I could mess it all up if I attempted. But if you're cool with it, I might. I think all I got to do is put your channel URL in, or the stream URL. I don't know why my avatar's doing this weird thing with my head. Let me recenter this. You guys are going to see all my settings. Oh my gosh. I'm chilling today. Well, good for you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me while you're chilling. I appreciate that. I try to be reasonably entertaining, but I mean, truthfully, I'm just a big nerd. I'm glad you're having a chill day, though. Pinner, how's my sanding sounds? Are they still good? I gotta look into a mic or a good camera since I don't got an avatar at the moment. So, dude, on the mic front, I ended up getting, and it was just the best affordable option for the research that I did. But the Blue Yeti by Logitech. It really does seem to be a decent mic. My only complaint is their software will update itself, and when it does, it's like you can't open the app up until you go through all this re-updating and re-signing in and re-registering your products. Oh, this is where I did that nick. Right here. I sliced it a little bit with the nippers. I gotta figure out I streamed on Twitch a few times and forgot how to use all the tech. It buns good, bro. Yeah, I'm actually adding Twitch to my stream regiment is something I keep procrastinating. I really need to do it from what all the other builders are telling me. I just literally have to make an account and haven't done that yet. That's the other thing about doing the, any kind of a stream, whether it's building or gaming or, you could just be hanging out and doing like, there's so much background work in like literally just the social media management of it, of, creating the accounts, responding to the notifications, things like that. I mean, and I love responding to comments and stuff. That's always fun. But there's still all these little background things you got to do. I don't know why my camera's so out of focus today. It's really bad. It's like the lighting's off. Let me try something. This might go good or bad. Oh, it got dark in here. No, it was better before. You know what it is? I put this bigger zoom lens on for kind of showcasing the Dominator. I need to change back to my other lens. Next stream, I promise. Which will hopefully be tomorrow now that I'm in the swing of things. But yeah, we should totally get together on a. We'll maybe talk through PSN, Wolf, and maybe get together on a gaming stream. Truthfully, if I can get my PlayStation hooked up the way I think I might be able to like host both of us as far as the overlay part of it goes. Just do a dual screen, maybe? Because it's something I'd like to get into. And being as that you're already doing the gaming stream, you could probably help me out with a little bit of that I'm still in the dark on. Oh man, this is a hard part to sand. It's like very tiny. Trying to make the seam go away a little bit. I'm trying. I still have not figured out how to join a GBO2 match. Okay, well, I'll have to help you with that one. Depending on your internet, you may struggle with that. So, GBO2, and there's so many like videos I could make about this game. Okay, so I've been playing that since about 2018 when it came out on PS4. And what I can tell you is that as far as I know, it runs on like a PS3 engine. I guess it uses the game engine that they used for, what was that game called? Pinner, if you can help me out, you might remember. It was Gundam Crossfire. That's what it was. So anyway, it was kind of a GBO2 was like the original GBO1 was like a spin-off of Gundam Crossfire and uses the same engine, which is like apparently like a PS3 engine. Anyway, when it comes to networking it, I guess I think that'll be okay. Well, I'm going to scribe that anyway afterwards, so it'll have to be okay. Anyhow, it's so when you're queuing up in the lobby, it basically picks whoever has the strongest signal, and then they host everybody else. And it's apparently a really archaic way of I don't know a lot about networking and things like that, but I guess from what I've understood on Reddit, it's a very archaic way of doing gaming networking. As far as multiplayer. So if you're just having trouble getting in matches, it's probably a couple things. The other one is their rating system. So you'll start off the game as a D player. And the game honestly doesn't have a lot of new player base. So my recommendation on that front is just keep trying to get into rated matches and play the crap out of them until you get to a C. But I'm really thinking I might do some tutorials and stuff. And there's a lot of that if we're streaming, I might be able to help explain some of it in real time. But yeah, Pinner can attest to getting into a GBO2 match. That's one of the reasons he doesn't like to play it with me. Especially if you're playing multiplayer. Like, there's been times we've sat in lobbies for 20 minutes before getting a match. There's times where we'll register to sortie, and then you like sit there, and it never groups you, and so we'll back out, and then we'll both drop in individually and hope we're on the same team, and sometimes that works. It's a very picky game. I would love it if Bandai would actually maybe do a new version of it, although they would really anger the existing fan base, because most of them are veteran players, and the way the gacha system works and their token system works, it would probably stir up a hornet's nest of angry nerds mad that their stuff didn't transfer to the new game. Me being one of them. Although, if they were to make a new game and were like, hey, we'll take your hangar and turn it into tokens so you can at least roll for new stuff, I'd be okay with that. I would totally live with that to have a new, better game. And I really do enjoy playing that game. Wolf, would you be interested in playing some Helldivers with Pinner and I? We enjoy that one too. Although mainly just for the chaos factor of it. Oh, I'm almost done with the backpack. I'm so excited. I've been staring at this desk just sitting here for the last 2 weeks going, oh, I should go in there. And there are times I think about coming in and building, but there's certain projects that I just want to do live. And I'm sorry the camera's so out of focus tonight, guys. I guess I could change the lens real quick. Should I? Should I change the lens? It probably really would help the lighting situation. Maybe I'll do it after this part. You guys let me know if I should. I don't think I played Helldivers before. It's funny. It's a fun game. It's a little chaotic. After a minute, it gets to be a lot of the same. But, you know, it's got some cool things that are kind of innovative for new games. One thing I really like about Helldivers is it's a multiplayer game, but you play as a team against the game's AI, and I kind of like the cooperative part of it. And it has friendly fire, which is something that a lot of games lack when it comes to teams these days. And I don't know. I think players are much more careful when there's the chance you may take out your ally. But it's pretty fun. Another one of my favorite games is Armored Core and Ace Combat. Ace Combat was actually just Ace Combat 7 was just put up on for free on PlayStation Plus. So if you don't have that, that's definitely worth the download. If you like flying games. I was a big fan of all the Ace Combats growing up. I think I played all but the first two. And the couple on the portable systems. But yeah. Good to know. I think I am going to add a build stream to the weekly regiment. Maybe my during the week streams will just turn into token getting and GBO2 tips. That might be the thing to do. Give myself some relaxed time while I'm streaming, but still enjoy things. Although building's relaxing, don't get me wrong. Alright, I'm not sure what I should move on to next. I guess we'll do legs. Oh, somewhere I have extra parts on this too that are going to need to be sanded. There's little extra segments for his arms where you can like extend them, 3 or 4 more segments. I actually have one extra segment in right now. He's really only supposed to have just the one little short bit. All right. Let me remember how to do this. Is that? That one. Ooh, I'm reluctant to pull you. Oh, you don't pull out. I gotta push you open. That's right. We might only get as far as legs tonight. We'll see. This, having to get up super early in the morning thing. I'm not good at it. I never really have been. Ah, there we go. Gentle. I hear helicopters. There we go. We'll clean this up as we go. Backpack can go in here. Actually, backpack can go in this little cavity. This is actually what I do when I get ready to paint. If it might be a minute, I use these things. I got a couple of them. And I don't always get to... I guess we're going to have to go with the big box. As you can see, I got some extra metal etched parts and some LED stuff there from leftovers from Dynames. Oh, poly parts. Let's not forget the poly parts. Actually, we can go here with the foot. Bow parts with the bow parts. I'll probably mix them up anyway. But I try. You actually shouldn't be in here yet. Bink. Is my avatar frozen? Or do I just look like I'm totally lit? That's kind of funny. Hold on. Ah, there we go. I guess maybe I just needed to open my eyes. I'm gonna need a thick pad for that. Can't remember how you go together. I think I have to separate the ball first. Yep. I'm thinking right. Oh, you'll have to excuse me 1 second. I have to go let the puppy out. And I'm back. Slightly crooked, but I'm back. That's better. All right, so I got that separated, and I think I'm going to paint that just like that. We'll take these apart and do them in 2 pieces. For this poly part, I'm just going to turn them around and keep them in there. Maybe I can't. Okay, we're not going to do that. That was a terrible idea. You need to come out too. There we go. Yeah, so am I the only one who does this where, like, I'll put my pieces together and paint them? I know what's wrong with this. There. So much better. What was I thinking? I apologize, you guys. I've been away for a minute and I've just turned into like somebody who doesn't know what I'm doing. Well, and I don't really. The dog again. Does anybody else have a dog that like never wants to make up their mind? Or is it just me? Yep. My streams are chaos. Yeah, so Wolf, on the avatar front, I don't know if you're running a PC or not, but dude, Vroid and VC Face, man. You know, you got to go through the process of creating accounts and whatnot, but I'm totally new at this, and I basically kind of fumbled my way through it. Just, you know, looking at what watched a couple other YouTubers' videos and told me how to do it, and it all worked. It was pretty easy, actually. Well, I say that. It actually, some of it was easy. Okay. So, which color first? Let's go with the white. I'm going to try to paint this here kind of cream color. Again, with a candy. But, well, you know what? Tomorrow I'll kind of have some of the paints ready. Somewhere. So this is the test spoon I'm going to use. And this will be basically the blue, which I don't think is bad. I wish I had my UV light to show it to you guys. The silver, I think I'm going to use as a base, but I'm going to actually put some cream over it. We'll see how it works. I'm trying for a pearl with that. Like literally pearl colored pearl. But this is my first attempt at candy. I did a couple little details like that on Dynamez, but I haven't done a full candy paint job, which is kind of why I decided to do it. You guys are so quiet. You must be playing video games. I hope so. I hope I'm decent background noise for when people are gaming. That in and of itself is pretty rad. All right, you're good. Now this one's gonna be tricksy. Getting in here into these little details. I can't wait to actually brush paint this though. And I think I might actually add metal etch parts to like here and here. I wish I had a freaking turbine for this. We'll paint it. Fortunately, I have my little circle cutter to cut maskings with. It's actually a little bit of a godsend on that front. Kind of tricky to figure out how to use it, but once I figured it out, it does help. paper is getting gunky. Oh my gosh, it's almost 10:30 already. Man, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get on earlier, you guys. I really was trying for 8:30. And then I started opening up all the apps, and it was like everything wanted an update. I guess I should have thought about that and maybe checked all that before setting up the stream. It had been a while since I've been online. Like, it was funny. The first time I turned my computer on in like 2 weeks was like yesterday. And I don't know if it was so much the new job and the 61 hours in the first week, which I was very grateful for. It was a nice little boost. Or if it was the getting sick. It was a weird cold. Not so much fever or anything like that, but just a whole lot of sniffling and kind of achy. And a very slow, tired recovery. Just wanted to sleep. I hope all of you guys stay healthy. I bet after this stream, at some point, I totally lost my train of thought. I see nub marks. Right here. There's nub marks. And they're not going away. I'm gonna have to sand through the plastic before I get them. Maybe a gentler hand. That kind of got them. I think Surfacer will fill that. Yeah, I'll be real happy if this comes out smooth enough that I actually can leave it a gloss if I want. Oh, this is going to be hard to sand. So I may try to get on tomorrow afternoon. Usually I do my streams more in the night, but with my work schedule, I'm going to have to start doing them a little sooner, I think. So Wolfpack, do you ever, I know you're kind of new to GBO too, but there's a couple streamers out there that probably have some old videos that are, you know, good tip videos for new players. One of them being Red Wolf Vion. I don't know if you've ever followed him or not. He plays GBO 2 in mostly mecha games. He's done some other stuff, Diablo and things like that. But he's got some good pointer videos. And then Flail-Throughs has some good like tip videos, tutorials. Yes, Pinner, Helldivers 2 does rock. I'd have to agree with you. I am never going to be happy with this seam. It's, I think, always going to bother me. I guess we can keep it. Yeah, so after I get the surfacer on this, I'm gonna go back through and do some scribing, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Yeah, yeah, for sure, Wolfpack. If you do check him out, especially Flails Through, he's got some really good, like, he lays the game down pretty well. Although his videos are they're a little older and the game's changed a little bit as far as the meta goes, but it's still good advice. Everyday Gunpla. I can't stand GBO2, the legit shittiest controls for PC I've ever seen on a port, and maneuvers slow as balls. I don't know, maybe I'm spoiled on Mecha Break. Well, so I totally agree with you, Everyday, on the PC controls. Even so, I've played it on Steam, and I will still use my PlayStation controller. It's just way more intuitive. The controls for that game on PC are like almost impossible, so I cannot disagree with you there. Much better with a controller, I truly mean that. But yeah, they need a new game. The slow sluggishness part, that's actually intentional on BB's part. They wanted that game. It's funny because the game comes across like a third-person shooter, but I think it's really more of a resource management game in the sense of, you know, managing your boosts, you know, during the actual gameplay. And they did want it to feel big and heavy. When you get to the suits much later in the timeline, they tend to be a lot faster. Some of the new suits are like the F91 and the Crossbone. It's almost like playing Mecha Tekken on a 3D map with guns. It's the only way I can describe it. But the boost thing's totally intentional. Wasn't meant to be as fluid as Mecha Break, which Mecha Break I haven't played it yet because it's not on PS5, and I wish it would be. But it strikes me as playing a lot more like Armored Core 6 than, say, GBO2. But yeah, GBO2 is a game you got to take with a grain of salt. I probably wouldn't play it if I hadn't been playing it since 2018 and just literally had... I pretty much have every suit in the game. And it's funny because the game's not... With GBO2, it's not about getting the suits as much as... Is that a nub? No. As much as it's about getting the parts, believe it or not. They got a horrible trick going on where they throw out a new suit every week and they want you to roll for it. This is probably going to kill my ever being sponsored by Bandai, but it's all to get you to spend tokens. The reality of it is if you log into that game once a day and just do the 3 daily missions, you don't even have to do the 5. By the end of the month, you'll end up getting a lot of the monthly missions done, and then the clan missions done if you join a clan. And if you never buy any tokens, you will inevitably, if you save all of them and just bank them, you'll have enough to roll for every 7-step banner that has a bunch of new parts with it. And that's kind of how the game's set up. It's a little bit of a trick. Like, I do not buy tokens in that game. But I don't miss very many of the 7-step banners where they have new parts. But it is designed as a token farm. There's kind of a trick to it, and it's funny. It kind of comes across to like a third-person shooter, but I really do think it's more of a sort of a strategy resource management game. That's just my opinion of it, though. They really do need a new game, though. I mean, I would like GBO3 to look a lot more like, say, Requiem for Vengeance did, since they actually made that show with the Unreal 5 engine, to my knowledge. Like, why can't we have a game like that? And it'd be really cool if they'd make it like an open world kind of... I don't want to say open world like GTA 5 type of thing, but like, you know, if you could go from colony to colony and you had your own ship, and it could be a bit of a role-playing game, I think. I just think it'd be really cool, and I think we have the technology where, by all rights, we should have a really, really cool Gundam game that's like totally immersive. Just my opinion. I can't wait for Mecha Break to come out to PS5, though. It's weird. They tease it every couple months, but it still hasn't happened. Being as that you're playing Mecha Break, are you playing it on PC or Xbox? Mr. Everyday Gunpla. Yes. Yeah, we should have a better Gundam game by now. Yeah, right? It's funny. I just recently watched a video of wish I could remember who put the video out. I hate when I do that because I just feel like I'm being mean to other creators. But they were showcasing a couple games that are only in Japan that are like first-person view games, and they looked pretty cool. Yeah, I'm on PC. Grandmaster? Grandmaster who? I don't follow the reference. I'm kind of dense, though. What do you mean? Oh, was Grandmaster who did the videos that I was talking about, where he was showcasing the first person view games? I want to sand on this more because I can't seem to get down in here into these little cracks. My rank is Grandmaster. Oh, I got you. Nice. That's why I didn't get the reference, because I still haven't got to play Master Break. Mecha Break. Master Break. Haha. I'm only a lieutenant colonel in GBO2, and I've literally been playing that game for like 6 years. I have quite the hanger, though. I also saw a Gundam game in Japan that had a mobile suit cockpit and mock controls. It was badass. Yes! Yes, I've seen that too. Apparently those used to all be like networked and stuff, and there's arcades that still have them, but they're not networked anymore from my understanding. I would like to just have one of those. There was so again, I wish I could remember who did the video. I should start writing this stuff down when I see him. Maybe Pinner can help me out. I think I sent him a link to it. But there was a guy that took apart his PlayStation controller. And I don't know if I'm going to get that. Anyway, he took apart his PlayStation controller. And you know the controls that the Disassembly and the new Gundam have with the little ball thing? There's actually a name for it in the Gundam universe, but I can't remember what it is. And according to lore, they took them out of the later mobile suits. Like, for example, the Gustav Karl wouldn't have those controls. They went back to the handles because the pilot's hands were slipping off of the ball thing, according to Gundam lore. The Kasai being an exception to that. Anyway, I am such a nerd. But yeah, he took apart his controller and he turned it into one of the round ball things that you see in like the Char's counterattack era suits. It was freaking awesome, dude. Like, I'm like, please make me one. But yeah, I really do wish we could just have like a really, really cool Gundam simulator. I just, it's time. It is so time. Ah, it's so nice to be streaming, you guys. Thanks for popping in. I'm sorry I was away for so long, but you guys made it definitely worthwhile that, like, I've been away for too long. I talk about nerd stuff to anybody else, and everybody's just like, dude, you're such a nerd, man. Except for Pinner. He shares my nerddom. All right. Those ones I'm not going to sand on very much. Did I already sand you? Is this sanded? No. It is not. I kind of want to get like a little baby orbital. Afraid it might be a little too aggressive though. Start sanding details off of stuff. So the next couple streams, I'll have some new start screens and be right back screens. Been working on a few things. I hope you guys like them. They're not as fun as my dumpster fire, mind you, but they should still be pretty fun. It's so important to hit the edges. Not scuffing edges is, I think, what causes 90% of paint chips. I could be wrong. It's this sharp little point where the paint breaks. Ah. I got this one. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. I didn't either. Is that a word? All right, well, we're one leg deep. Well, one leg in a boat. Joys of plastic. Well, on that note, kids, I'm having fun and I hate to leave. But unfortunately, 4 a.m. comes very early when it's already 10:45. But we did get this far. We got a leg done. So that's good. One more to do. And then some torso stuff. Every day, come back and see me. I'll pop in and say hi to you next time I see you too as well. And thanks for stopping in tonight. I would actually really like to just stay here and sand this thing all night, but if I did that, the sun will be coming up and I would be a zombie at work. And I play with power tools. It's not safe. On that note, Pinner, thank you for stopping in. And Wolfpack, you too. Wolfpack, definitely send me a message on the PSN and we'll talk about doing some collabs and stuff. I have yet to set an email up for this channel, which I need to do. That way people can actually talk to me not so in public if we want to work on something. But I'll be getting to all that stuff. It's a work in progress. You guys know how it goes. On that note, I'm gonna go get ready for bed. I might actually unwind and play a quick match. We'll see. I may just leave the PlayStation off for tonight. That way it doesn't suck me into a new rabbit hole. But on that note, I do have to go. And I will miss you guys. I hope you guys come back and see me. Now that I'm feeling better, hope to be on more often. Hopefully back to at least daily. Anyway, you guys have fun.